Go ahead.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Right, let's just run two PCs at the same time, guys. I'm not sure if I'm live. Hold on. If you're probably wondering why I've got two PCs here, well, you'll probably see that I'm on the blue screen of the Windows 10 on there. I did this before as well. Hold on, let me quickly check if I'm live. So I boot up this PC here, my main PC. Just waiting for everything to boot up now. I don't know if I'm live or not because it just shows my channel picture and it doesn't really tell me if I'm live or not. I don't know. It's a 50-50, so you know, it's like I'm live or I'm not live. Anyways, we're going to see now once we boot into Windows 10 on here. Now, what the heck? I could, for some reason, like if you look just closely, I just noticed this. You could actually kind of see the backlight in there. Look, guys. Yep. Just right there, you can literally see the backlight in the bezel there, just coming through the bezel. But however, if you squeeze the bezel, hold on, yeah, see, kind of, yeah, still there because the bezel is very thin, it's very weak. Anyways, see. Just see if I'm live because I don't really know. I'll have to see now. So I launch Chrome. Oh no, there's no internet on here. Let me turn the internet on so then Chrome could actually load YouTube. Oh, what am I doing? Well, actually no, actually hard drive is being extremely busy. So gotta be careful here. Yeah, I know the Wi-Fi's gonna turn off. Some cold boot as well. This other PCs are waiting. Right, there we are. So we've got no Wi-Fi. Let me quickly enable Wi-Fi. That's what Chrome relies on. Wi-Fi. No internet. Okay, there we go. Now it's connected. Waiting for the hard drive here. Quickly launch another tab. YouTube should be saved. Yep, it is. Says the tab anyways. Yeah, my notifications should be coming through. The hard drive is extremely busy here. Let me see now if I'm live. Everything's taking a while to load. Don't know why. Right, let me quickly just never mind, I just typed in half my name. Now that, okay. Just delete this from here. Maybe just delete this whole tab. It's better for my RAM, you know. Anyways, things are loading. Come on. Okay, there we are. Yes, it's all working. That's all I wanted to know, if the stream was working or not. So let me just exit out. So guys, in today's video, well not video, in today's live stream, I will be completely wiping the hard drive of my Dell PC because Windows 10 loads, but it doesn't load the lock screen or anything. It just stays on a blank screen for ages. Normally it doesn't do that, but it's doing that. It did that last time. I'm not sure why. Maybe because the system restore point was bad because I did something. I tried to overclock my processor, and while I was trying to overclock my processor, what's it called? When I was trying to overclock my processor, obviously this PC isn't even powerful. It's like 2.13 gigahertz, I think. Oh, that's what it told me it was. So 2.13 gigahertz. It's not really enough for me. I need something like 2.70, something that's in this PC, or even like an AMD chip. Intel, they're good, but Intel, you know, CPUs are more recommended than Intel GPU. I don't really know. So yeah, I really do prefer Intel CPU because, you know, if I can't buy an AMD CPU, you know, why not go for Intel? So, and yes, this is an Intel Core i3. How do I know? Because it told me all the system stuff, and I just know myself that it's a Core i3. It's pretty old. I'm not sure how old, but I know it's pretty old. It's probably like at the time of 2009 or something. Anyways, so I'm on the reset this PC options. So we've got all drives, or if you guys don't know, I've got like this is that same hard drive that's from the Toshiba PC, and I basically took the hard drive out of the Toshiba laptop, put it into this one, because then there was no other hard drive in this laptop from the beginning anyways. You know, like my very first time when I got this laptop and I showed you guys me taking it apart, yeah, it was all dusty and shit, and there was no hard drive in there, so that's why it kept doing 2 beeps. I think, yeah, no hard drive and no RAM, that's why it would beep. But then once there was hard drive and RAM, it would not beep. But obviously the 8 beeps I know what they are. They basically, the 8 beeps are when the processor thinks, or you know, the GPU, it thinks it's too hot, or I don't know what chip controls the temperature control. It could just be a CPU. I'm not sure what chip controls the temperature control for the GPU. The GPU is a very weak chip, man, honestly. Like on cold startup, it will start beeping anyways. That's why I switched anyways. AMD, this is an AMD processor. I know that. You know, the GPU is AMD. But if it was like Nvidia or Intel, it probably wouldn't do that. I know Intel for a fact would not do that. Definitely not. And obviously APUs won't do that either. Any APU there is, it will not beep, because that's one whole chip. That's probably the reason why most people are getting APUs, or you know, most companies are still doing APUs for PS4 and PS5 and stuff. So yeah, you can probably see that I'm on a bright blue screen. That's just how Windows 10 is. I can't really do anything about that. I could try put the brightness down, but obviously I'm doing that right now. You probably can't see, but yeah, nothing is happening. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. So, and if you guys don't believe me that there is like another OS on the hard drive, why the hell would this give me 2 options then? You know, I had that account where, you know, we guys saw my stream. I'm not sure if you guys saw it, but where I was repairing the screen of the Toshiba laptop, I repaired most of it, or some of it, but not all of it, obviously, because it's just, yeah, whatever damage is done to it. So yeah, but yeah, so Windows 10 boots up. It does show the spinning dots, and then it goes into the dark screen, which is what I normally have for Windows 10, because you know me, I like to have a very dark screen. I like to save battery as well. So, and it also looks nice. So you know, no gamma and no RGB, and also, yeah, I could have lowered the contrast as well, because that would also save a little bit more. But anyways, this is an LCD screen. This is 1366 by 768. It's not the best resolution, but if it was something like 1080p, then it will be a little bit more clearer to see and everything, and it will look nice. And if it was 1080p OLED, it would be perfect. That's literally what I need. I'm not even joking, guys. I need a 1080p OLED screen, or even 4K OLED. That's fine. Anyways, so we've got 2 options here now. Obviously, the what I could do for the graphics also, just so the graphics don't, like, the GPU doesn't stress out, because I know this PC has a CPU and GPU. I've taken it apart before. I know the Samsung laptop or Samsung PC has an APU, because what was that? Yeah, it was in the specs. It told me that it had an APU, but I've seen videos that apparently it had a CPU and GPU. So I think it's got an APU. So yeah, that's literally what I think. Anyways, sorry about the blocked nose, guys. This season and this weather's horrible. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, guys, I'm back, and for some reason all my clothes fell down. That's what normally happens. Put it all back up. Hold on. Just give me... Actually, no, I could switch the camera. Yeah, there we go. You can probably see the light emitting from the PC screen here. Yeah, it's gonna look all backwards. I think on stream playback it probably wouldn't be backwards, but right now it's all appearing backwards. Yeah, it's all backwards. That's just the now though. There we go. The phone just went horizontal. All right. Now you guys probably say I can stream for PC, but if you guys didn't know, my Samsung PC can't handle with streaming very well. Because for some reason, I know it's probably on my internet. Because how am I streaming off the same Wi-Fi source, which is basically the extender? How am I streaming on 30 frames? You know, 2012 products, they're not really the best, especially PCs. They're not. Depends what manufacturer and what like chip it's got in it. But really, if it's an iPhone and it's from 2012, it may not be able to stream properly as well, just because it's old ass hardware. But iPhone 5S is pretty good. 2013 tech is pretty good, especially 2015 tech, which this iPhone right here, it's from 2015. So 2015 tech is really good, especially with iOS 14. I think even if it's iOS 9, it's fine. Anyway, switch the camera. So, yes, of course it is morning time. I'm just doing a quick little stream. I really do not like the bright screen. I don't like bright screens. I like dark screens or normal. Because too bright can make you go blind. Anyways. So I could just do this one where Windows, basically what it means by Windows is what I think it means. It probably just means Windows 10, or it probably just means all Windows, like including Windows 7, because it doesn't say Windows 10, it just says Windows. So if this is on about Windows 8, then if this is like a Windows 8 screen, like Windows 8 recovery screen, then fair enough. But if it's not, if it's just the Windows 10 one, it could have just said Windows 10, or I don't know. Anyways, say if there was Linux on the hard drive, that's the only PC software I know, and also Mac OS. Obviously, why would a goddamn Windows PC have Mac OS? You literally need like Linux or Windows, especially Windows. Windows is really good with this. So I'm gonna guess now. After I not defrag. After I what's the word called? After I reset the PC, I'm hoping it goes back into 32-bit. And why? Because I barely play any games on this anyway. So what's the point? You know, I could just go back to 32-bit and it would simulate that perfectly fine. So no, I mean emulate. I meant emulate. Anyways, I'm going to do all drives, so now everything is going to be wiped. Everything. Now, it's going to be on the screen now. I remember doing this, right, the day I first got this PC, I remember being on this screen, and I booted into, like, the BIOS and everything. I went onto this screen. That's how I got my stuff on my... That's how I got my content to be on the hard drive with Windows 10 32-bit. So, I'm hoping that's the same thing here. So, just remove my files... Use this if you're keeping your PC. Clean the drive fully. Use this if you're going to recycle the PC. This can take several hours. So, obviously, I am going to be keeping my PC, but I'm going to be saying this time I'm just going to like recycle the PC. So I'm just going to do a clean wipe. Now the hard drive is preparing. So it's even going to delete Windows 7 OS on there. So goodbye to Windows 7 and all the content, everything that's on the hard drive. Goodbye to every single sector, because that's now going to be all gone. And it's going to be a clean install of Windows 10. Only just Windows 10. I do not want to dual boot it. But if there is a way, I can somehow get console software. If you're ready for this, this can't be undone. Make sure your device is plugged in. This may take a while. Resetting will remove my personal files and accounts on this device. Remove any changes made to settings. Remove all apps. Yeah. Remove all apps and programs that didn't come with this PC. Reinstall Windows from this device. So I'm hoping now it's Windows 10 32-bit. Because, you know, 3, 2, 1. I literally, for a second I thought through the phone screen, through the phone screen, because the exposure was quite high, it looked like it said diagnosing your PC. I'm not sure though. Obviously it says resetting. I just looked in real life and it says resetting and on the phone. So I know this PC isn't plugged in, like it's not charging, but it might be fast because But yeah, last time I resetted the hard drive. This is obviously a different hard drive. It's not the same Hitachi one, because that probably had a bunch of content, and I mean a bunch of content on the hard drive. It's probably like close to like 500 gigabytes, basically like 480 something gigabytes. That's how you get Windows 10 to boot extremely slow. And obviously, if you do disable GUI boot, then Windows 10 will probably boot a little bit more faster. But depending on what this machine originally had. Now, I like to have one machine that has Windows 10 32-bit, another machine that has Windows 10 64-bit. Obviously, my main machine is going to be a 64-bit because, you know me, I like 64-bit. I like to play games on a laptop. I used to play games on this, but obviously 32-bit software is not always going to be the best. How I got iOS 14, it was off the 64-bit edition of Windows, so 64-bit version of Windows 10 was not 32-bit, because 32-bit had a bunch of issues and errors. I don't even know why, but probably because this PC processor is really low powered. It's a really low end PC. Well, it's not that much of a low end. My Samsung laptop's kind of, it's like mid. It's like medium end. It's not low end. It's like medium low end, but it's not lowest. This is the lowest end PC I ever have. Literally, I don't know if I have anything lower end than this, man. Like, the lower end it is, the shittier it is. Literally, guys. So it is. Keep thinking it's gonna say diagnosing, but it's resetting. 8%. Now, obviously, my phone is on charge, so this charger is not the same charger for the Dell laptop. It's the charger for the Samsung PC, and that's just because, well, you know me, I like to use high end. And the more high end you go, the more it will become like a games console. The more your system could handle more CPU intensive applications. Because Hitman 2, as you guys have seen, doesn't really run properly on there. So I've disabled a lot of settings in the AMD Control Center and everything. Yeah, once this is all done, I completely forgot about AMD Control Center. I've got to reinstall. I've got all those programs saved on my external hard drive anyway, so I'm pretty much fine. Because I don't really want to go to the hassle to go on the web and then install the drivers through the web. You never know. So yeah, just in case I don't have internet, that's kind of like my offline install. But I like to do it that way because that's how you get the stablest, and also because wireless Wi-Fi is not stable. It really is not stable, especially 2.4 gigahertz. That frequency is not stable. You will get a good Wi-Fi connection. You will get a quite distance from that connection, but 5G is more recommended. I don't know if this Intel or not. Intel? It could be Intel, couldn't it? Could possibly be an Intel adapter because it's an Intel chip. I think it might be an Intel adapter. I don't really know, but the Intel adapter probably doesn't support it. I don't know. I have to see what adapter I've got in this PC. If it's Intel, there was a what? What is this? Why couldn't this hard drive is really defective, man. That's really strange. Okay, I'm gonna try that again, guys. I know it may not work, but if it's not gonna work the first time, it may not work the second time. So yeah, probably because the chip isn't getting cooled properly. I don't know. Only where the drive. No, I could do all drives. I could do that. Or okay, you know what? I'm just gonna select only where this time. Because I want the entire Windows OS gone, and then I want it to reinstall Windows 10 32-bit this time. Because currently I've got the same exact version as I do on a Samsung laptop. So they're both 64-bit. But this isn't designed for 64-bit. It does say 64-bit. I'm pretty sure it's 64-bit based processor, so it can handle 64-bit. But that's just taking it to its bare limits, and I don't really want to do that because it might end up burning the chip or anything. Oh, now we've got those lines. Those lines are from the GPU. Just being stupid. It's not like they're kind of going. Oh, now they're gone. Okay, But anyways, so the GPU is a bit short on this PC. It's also, it can run Windows 7. I've seen it on cold boot. It does run Windows 7 perfectly fine. This PC is designed for Windows 7. It's not made for like really high end things, but the more high end you go, the better. And if you go with an SSD, that's even more higher end, because then your hard drive's gonna be a lot faster. Because these 5400 RPM hard drives are really, really bad. You do not want to have one of these, especially in a laptop. Even in a laptop, guys. Why would somebody think to make a hard drive like that? Why would they put a laptop hard drive like that, man? Honestly, that's why there's 7200 RPM hard drives out there. And that's the hard drive that my PS4 runs. Now, default stock hard drive for a PS4 and a PS3, or basically every PlayStation that there was with a hard drive, including the PS3 Super Slim, what's it called? They all had 5400 RPM hard drives. Not one of them came stock with a 7200 RPM hard drive. That's because Sony is saving a bit of money here, and they probably are trying to save a bit of energy as well. But why not go ahead, right? If you want a hard drive, if you want to stay with a mechanical hard drive forever, you can get a solid state or like a SSHD, which is basically it's basically like a hybrid of a normal hard drive, so a 5400 RPM hard drive, which is really shit, and a SSD. Now the SSD are kind of like the RAM chips on the hard drive. I'm not sure why there's lines go. I'm not sure if you could see that. It's like one little line. Okay, now it's gone. But anyways, yeah. So I actually I wanted to do all drives because I wanted to get rid of Windows 7 as well on here, because I'm really not really sure at the moment. But yeah, Windows 7 64-bit. I've never really tried that before. I don't know if I have Windows 7 64-bit. I probably do. I don't know if it is. If it is, then I could switch it even lower to 32-bit. There probably won't be much changes in the software. But yeah, a Windows 7 Home Premium is the software you want, because it's Windows 7 Home Premium. Who wouldn't have it? So Microsoft gave you options, so why not choose one of them, or choose some of them? Anyways, though, it's resetting all the way. I just hope now that it actually gets rid of the Windows 10 and actually installs Windows 10 32-bit. So reinstalls Windows 10, but this time the 32-bit edition by default. I really hope it does that, because the 64-bit's a bit too much for the system, so I don't really want to push it. So why not stay with the 32-bit edition? That's what originally was on the hard drive. That's what Microsoft puts on the hard drive by default sometimes. But yeah. So, yeah, Windows 10 32-bit, that's also pretty good. But that's not as good as 64-bit edition, because, there's an issue difference there. And the difference is, if you've got a 32-bit system, then that's like really old. But however, or really, really low end, really, really low end, like I'm talking about like ultra low end or something, or like extremely low end. If you got some like normal laptop, then I'm pretty sure you got, most of them are like 64-bit based, so you can basically run Windows 10 64-bit on them, no problem. There would be no issues in the software anyways. So yeah, Windows 10 64-bit is more powerful as well, but even though the processor may heat up a little bit more, at least you're gonna get more performance and better overall. I'm really hoping the gaming PCs out there do have Windows 10 64-bit pre-installed on them anyways, because I know some Windows 10 devices are doing changes. Hey, there we go, now it's doing its thing. I know some Windows 10 devices Okay, something might be stopping me today because I can't reset it for some reason. I don't know why. There was a problem resetting the PC. Troubleshoot. Advanced options. Go back. Start a repair. I don't need that. All I need is reset the PC, remove everything, and local reinstall and all drives. Every drive's on here. Yeah, clean the drive completely. What I could do is another way to I guess reinstall Windows 10 if it's not doing it this way. I would suggest getting like how you normally do when you're literally about to install like a literally fresh new version of Windows. It's just, plug in the secondary hard drive or USB and then boot into that hard drive using the BIOS or setting from the BIOS. Then from there you basically go like wait for the Windows setup to load up. Select your version of Windows and click install, and there you go. You've literally just also choose your drive as well, and then you're done. And then after that, that's how you manually reset the PC. This is kind of also manual resetting as well, but that's how you force reset the PC, I guess. This is not really force resetting it. This is just a regular reset. A force reset is where you literally just reinstall Windows again without clicking the reset button. So that's really much it. 1366 by 768. Oh yeah. It's not the most detailed, but it's good enough. It's really bright though. I don't like bright screens. Yeah? Hold on guys, I'll be right back. What is it? Where? Let me just do that. I want to see what it says. Hold on a second. I'll tell you when I've looked over that. It looks like a fly. Yeah, it's a fast phone. This one is a fast phone. You can get this one as well. I'll be right back. Sure, it's a fast phone. It's just a really fun thing. I don't know where it went, but I know I probably killed it. You go down the drain? No, it just went like behind one of these bottles. Yeah. Oh, it's still alive. That's it, pulling around. Sure. I really can't tell where it's from. Where for it to move, where it is. Put it down. What do you think it closes for? I think so it is. How the hell did that get here? Hold on a sec. Okay, guys, sorry about what happened in the background. I was dealing with this like fly, whatever it was, some fast fly that they made for outside. I don't know where they came from, but so I'm gonna hit reset right now, hoping now that it actually resets the PC. God, I've got quite a headache as well. It's crazy, you know. I've just been like working all day and like, you know, I've got a headache as well. Crazy shit, but you know, yeah. So I want to know if Microsoft released a 32-bit edition of the Windows 10. Obviously, there is a CD, isn't it? I could probably just buy like one of those and then put it in a DVD drive. It's like it's a CD, isn't it? I think you just buy the CD, put it in the DVD drive, and I'm pretty sure from there it will load up Windows 10 setup. Hopefully it would. But yeah, Windows 10 setup. We need Windows 10 setup because so that I could select what version. Now the battery is really low. Don't know why it's appearing orange. It's not supposed to appear orange on the phone. In real life, it's actually red, like pure red. But on the phone, for some weird reason, it's appearing orange. I don't know why that happens. Yeah, it's really strange. It's actually a red LED, but on the phone it appears orange. What about on the... I was gonna say FaceTime camera, but I meant like, what about on the yeah, what's it called? Selfie camera. See if it appears red there. Nope, it appears exactly the same color. Can I zoom in? Ooh, I can zoom in. How far? No shit. God damn it! It turned off. It obviously does boot back up, but then it's gonna... things are gonna happen. Oh, now it's apparently it's overheated. Clearly though, it was literally just working a second ago. Apparently now it's overheated. I've even put Arctic Silver 5 in this thing ages ago when I used to have this. It's doing the same thing, but it's not the CPU, it's the GPU. So if I can somehow load Windows 10 onto the CPU instead, because the GPU is just stupid. It's being very stupid. It's acting very underclocked and overheated. Oh, and it turned off by itself. You probably just heard the hard drive. That's the exact same hard drive that's in the PS3. Exactly the same hard drive. Yeah, 320 gigabytes. That's exactly the same hard drive that's in the PS3. So, yeah, the PS3 used to have the Hitachi hard drive, which is what I have my Windows 10 setup and shit on. So that hard drive originally downstairs, that's I was gonna say 1080p. That's a PS3 hard drive, which I'm just using now as a backup and spares and shit, because I don't know. I don't want to use USB because I know USB's memory chip is very small. It might forget something. So you know what SSD is like. Yeah, phone is pretty good, but obviously SSD, I don't really know, man. I would just prefer like a 7,200 RPM hard drive, but obviously if it was, I don't know, is there a SSHD, like something like a hybrid 7,200 RPM hard drive that might take a lot of power, but I don't know how the performance would be. It might actually be pretty good depending on the hard drive and what like manufacturing shit made it, because I actually want to know what the hard drive is like. So yeah, I don't really have any hard drive hybrids, but I don't have any SSDs as well. So that isn't good. And if it is an SSD, it's one of those inbuilt SSDs which is soldered onto the board. Which I can't take the SSD out because that doesn't officially support SATA, and I can't do anything about it. But yeah, there are some really slow SSDs out there. So hoping now that PC is gonna work. Actually, what I could do, probably leave it for now. It's gonna act like it's gonna boot back up, but then that's just gonna happen. Boot it up again, nothing happens. Because you know why? The battery lost all of the charge. Look at this now. Turns off by itself. It's because the battery lost charge. So the battery drains pretty quickly in this thing. It only lasts like what? about an hour or two, and that's it. Even though this PC here, the Samsung PC, actually that hard drive, that battery lasts like 3 hours long. That's a lot more than the Dell, and that's also one of the reasons why I switched as well. I just upgraded out. I know AMD, especially an AMD APU, they don't beep or anything, because this is, even though this laptop is a different company and it's obviously not Dell, and it's also got an APU, so which is even better, because I think it draws less power, so that's probably also why, because both chips, CPU and GPU, they draw quite a lot of power. So I think with the APU, the APU draws less power, which is more power efficient, which in my opinion is really, really good. But again, yeah, there's just a lot to talk about the APU now. Yeah, APU is pretty good. I'll definitely run Windows 10 off an APU, definitely, because I know nothing wrong is going to happen then. But imagine an APU with a pin grid away APU. That'd be crazy. I'm not sure if the one in my Samsung laptop is pin grid away. I will have to see. If it isn't pin grid away, I don't know what I don't even know what I'm gonna do, man. I'm probably just gonna leave it in its original socket, because it is an APU. Again, I'm not too sure. I know mostly CPUs are always pin grid away, even in laptops, but I don't really know. But yeah, so AMD A6. And then I've got the model number as well, which is very nice. So yeah, it's a Dell PC. It's a okay-ish PC. It does beep a lot though, because it does pretend that it's overheated, even though clearly it hasn't, because the chip is a bit dodgy. So yeah, I have to see what I can do on this thing, man. I probably won't reset it today, but what I will do is I might I don't know. Toshiba laptop, how is that doing? It's doing pretty good. The Toshiba laptop, I haven't actually used it in quite a long time, so I want to know how that's doing. Yeah, you guys can probably see the Dell logo as well. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so that's that. And also, yeah, I'd actually love to boot Windows 10 on the PS4, because I know it's going to be like 1080p and everything, because the APU is 1080p, so. But what if I boot Windows 10 on the PS4 Pro? That'd be even more HD. But yeah, you probably can't do that. The RAM is not upgradable, so you can't upgrade your RAM. So the PS4 comes with 16 gigs of RAM, or more or less, probably. I don't know. The less chips there are, the more power efficient it is. And this is the thing what Sony did with PS4 1250 model. So basically after my PS4 model. So with the 1250 model, they hide the capacity of the chip, so it could. So each one of them are a gigabyte each, and then a gigabyte, two gigabytes probably, and then they more space but less chips. That's really good. That is really power efficient. But obviously with my PS4 model, there's just more chips and less space, and it's gonna take more power. It's gonna draw a lot more power. So that's good that Sony did think about that. But yeah, so I am looking forward to buy a Quiet Fan for most of my consoles, especially the PS4, because that's the one I use the most. Or what I could do is I could probably find somewhere, but obviously I like to have the original fan in the original console, because that's how it originally was. Doesn't matter if it's extremely loud or not, it is just what it is. But yeah, my quietest system here has to be the PS2 Slim. Not even joking. Like even the PS3 Slim is loud. Like when it's just on the home screen idle. But even Xbox 360, yeah, the fans are just built like that. They're loud. PS4 fan, yes, it is. You can hear it on the home screen, but depending on the thermal paste, if you got good wet thermal paste, then the fan will basically be at its lowest speed, not its lowest ever speed, but just lowest speed on when the system is actually on. But when it's on rest mode, it goes even lower speed, even lower than that. Like that's the lowest speed the fan could ever go. So, and obviously the highest speed, like, it goes really loud when it's high speed. So I won't recommend high speed on a jet fan, because these same types of fans are used in car AC systems for ages. And that's how they move. Oh shit, hell. Yeah, I have a really bad cold, guys, honestly. I was in school today, and I had a nose block about 5 times today. In one whole, like, in one whole day. 5 times in one day. It's crazy. So, I hope this weather does change. I don't like winter time because of this issue, and also because it's just cold, you know. But what if you were out in the wild? What would you do if you were out in the wild? Yeah, and if it was winter time and it was probably even like snowing as well, that'd be really cold. You'd probably even freeze to death or just get some sort of issue or, I don't know, illness. I would probably, I don't know, I'll do something. I'm not too sure. But you wouldn't have electronics with you out in the wild. You could probably make something yourself, but it's gonna take a long while to make, literally. But yeah, you don't, like, when you're out in the wild, you don't really have anything. You don't even have any electronics, any heaters or anything. So not even anything to keep you warm. But anyways, what's it called? Thanks to the world of technology, we have technology, you know. Anyways, so God, man, my throat's going really dry. So yeah, I've got the capture card, obviously. Could plug in one of my PCs, I think. Yeah, I could do that. Since it's HDMI anyways. Or the PC doesn't just support HDMI, it also supports VGA. That's what most PCs do support. But obviously those thin-ass PCs, they obviously support... Obviously, I don't really need VGA. I don't use VGA. I don't really need VGA. There's no point to it. My TV does have VGA, and on the TV setting, it is called PC. But yeah, really though, it's just VGA. And VGA cables don't carry sound; they only carry picture. But thing I love about HDMI, any HDMI, mostly mini HDMI and normal HDMI, is that they both carry picture and sound. So yeah, there's no delay in any of it. So, you know, don't blame the cable if you have a delay. It's probably just your PC or your capture card. So yeah, the capture card, if it's getting warm, then pretty much it could be a capture card delay. I don't know. But yeah, so yeah, what's it called? It's a nice, or, you know, it's kind of weird, strange weather. It's like sunny and rain. It's like sunny rain happening exactly at the same time. It's very crazy. Weather's gone weird, and even the season and everything has gone weird because, yeah, winter time and, yeah. Anyways, what's it called? I couldn't reset the PC today, so that was kind of a fail. I guess next time, whenever I feel like using the Dell PC, I will try to reset it. Because right now, nothing is happening, so I really don't know what's going on. But yeah, so, you know, all I want is Windows 10 32-bit. That's all I want. Or, you know, the lowest version of Windows I can go on a laptop, any laptop, is any laptop I have is literally Windows Vista. That's literally the lowest I can go. The highest I can go is Windows 10 64-bit. But in between that, I can do any OS and any bit. So any OS and 32 or 64-bit. So it doesn't matter what bit it is. I can still work with it. It's fine. But if you've got a 32-bit Windows 10 PC, but you really want to overclock your processor, I would prefer Windows 10 64-bit because that's more recommended, and that works a lot better with overclocking than 32-bit. 32-bit is pretty shit, you know, it's not good software. If you try to run Hitman 2, it's not going to run. If you try to run something else on there, then that's not also going to run. So I wouldn't prefer 32-bit. I would definitely prefer 64-bit because if you guys saw before, I thought it was a glitch, but actually no, Yeah, it was a glitch. No, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. I was on the Dell PC before, and I was installing something. I think after I started installing something, gave me a message that this needed 64-bit, and I was like, "Are you serious?" And it was like, "Yeah." So that's why I switched to 64-bit. So now I'm gonna stay with 64-bit forever, just because I know 64-bit handles a lot better than a 32-bit Windows 10 PC does. And trust me, I've seen the difference, guys. Literally. Yeah, Hitman 2. Obviously not Hitman 2 Silent Assassin. That's a really old PS2 game. Not on about the PS2 edition of Hitman 2. I'm on about the Hitman 2 with the purple background and Hitman over there holding the gun. Yeah, so that Hitman you pretty much cannot run on there. So yeah, that's not really all that good. But I would love to know if you could get a nice little PS2 emulator for the Xbox 360, because you probably have to hard mod your system then. Oh, that's not really good, is it? I do like Xbox 360, and I really want the NXT dashboard. But you have to do soldering and shit to it to actually program to get the NXT dashboard on there. It's kind of risky since I barely ever solder, and I'm pretty bad at soldering. I'm not the best, trust me, guys. I can melt solder joints, but I can't join them together. They just won't join. So I don't know what it is. I've tried everything. Solder joints don't join together. I've held it there for quite a long time and still don't join together. I don't know what's going on with the solder connections. They just don't join together. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, so, you know, but yeah, Windows 10 on a PS2, that might crash it. I don't know. But yeah, I'd just stay with PS2 software. I wouldn't. I mean, anything lower than PS2 software, yes, that's fine. Something like Super Nintendo's or something very old software, that's fine. Because I know the PS2, even the PS2 could even handle that fine, perfectly fine as well. Like you're running Windows 10 32-bit on a 64-bit based processor, it runs perfectly fine, guys, literally. But yeah, if you want faster boot times, then SSD and probably Windows 10 32-bit. No, I think 64-bit probably also has fast boot as well. Well, not fast boot, I mean SSD, like fast boot time, not fast boot time. Like obviously the boot is really slow because the hard drive is really slow, but I want to increase the boot time, make it even faster, because I want to make the hard drive look faster. You know what I mean? But yeah, if I do get a SSD, then instead of saying defrag, it will say trim. And how do I know? Because I've seen it on somebody's PC before. I've told them to do I was on the share screen and I tell them to defrag or type in defrag. They've launched defrag or defragment and optimize drives, and then they've, you know, it said trim, but even though clearly it basically means defrag, move all the files and shit together and shit. So yeah, I don't really know so much about SSD, but yeah, the normal hard drive, defrag is what you need. So I'll stick with defrag just because. Also, some things might change. I don't know, like what things might change, but you know. Yeah, also the SSD better be, say, a 3 or even say a 4. Anyways, though, that's probably going to be it today. I'm going to see what my phone percentage is on. 45%. Oh, when did Jamie text? Yo, bro. Yo, man. Can't reply, but, you know, actually I probably could. There we go. There we are. Alright. You guys probably also have noticed that, hold on, let me turn on the lights so then I can show you guys this shit. Hold on. Fuck. Right, you guys ready to see this? Sit down. Right. You guys remember seeing that heater? That black heater that was literally over there. Well, that black heater isn't there anymore. So, you know, got a little bit more space even under here. You know, got the phone and everything. So yeah. But yeah, this cable is pretty short, but I wanted it this short anyways because so then charging would be even more faster, and it is pretty fast charging. So yeah, guys. So yeah, this PC still doesn't like want to turn on because obviously it's lost all charge. I don't really feel like charging it right now because then it's probably gonna make a bit of a mess. It may not be original how I put it back, so I want it like right now the charger is put back together neatly by me. I've wrapped up all the cables. I put it all together neatly. I don't really want to, you know, mess it all up and shit. Nice live. Oh, not Thanksgiving. What the hell am I saying? Thanks. Is it gonna post? Yes, it is. Good. Right. But yeah, I don't know when Jamie started even. When did you join, Jamie? Because you know, I'm a bit bored right now. Anyways, since I said that, I know for a fact you're literally gonna text Go on PS4. I know it. I know it, man. I know it, man. You're gonna text Go on PS4. Even though clearly it's not even on. It's off. And even the plug for it is off. So, yeah. Ice Cream Van is here. I'm not gonna get anything from it though. Just because, yeah, I'm really tired today, guys. Actually, what I could do, I know I had these earlier on, but not obviously not when I was live, like earlier, like in the morning. But yeah, they say too much consumption of this can cause what's it called? Too much consumption can cause laxative effect. It said it somewhere on here. Yeah, it says here, look guys, look. Ready? Give me one. Later. Yeah, it says guys, on here. Is it gonna focus or what? Focus. But like literally guys. What about if I zoom in? Let me just zoom in. So on here it says excessive consumption may produce laxative effects. Oh, that's not good, is it? That isn't good if it's going to cause laxative effect. So I'll probably just have another one, then leave it like that. I don't know. Could have another one. I don't want to have another one anyways. I don't know. Guys. Shall I or shall I not? I don't actually know. Okay, how about this? Since I don't know, Jamie, if you're still watching, comment down below if I should have another one of these. Because I had these earlier on in the morning, obviously before I went to school, but then somebody caught me with them. Look at this background blur, by the way. Look at that background blur. Yeah. So it's kind of strange how the phone isn't. Yes, and give me one. Okay, so okay, right, okay. So, alright, I'm gonna open this right now, ready? That was a loud sound. Look at all these. Let me just take one. Oh yeah, Jamie, let me just give you one as well. Here you go, here's yours. So I've got two in one hand. This one is your kind of camera, please focus. Anyways, this one is yours, so here you go. And I'm gonna have mine right now. Also, comment below how it how it also tastes, because it tastes amazing. Oh my god, Jimmy, you just took it from my hand. Yeah, I've got tons of these more left. I'm only eating this because I want to kind of clear out my throat, and my drink is downstairs. I don't want to keep walking up and down the stairs just to get a drink and then put it back. But yeah. So comment below how it tastes, Jamie. It's like minty-ish, but then it's kind of like strawberry flavor as well. It's really nice. But yeah. Oh, good, nice. But yeah, if this were to be a gaming laptop, this would be Alienware. It would not say Dell. I know that because Alienware is the gaming side of Dell. So if you buy an Alienware PC but you don't like Dell, you're technically buying Dell PC, or you basically are buying a Dell PC. So yeah, just saying that. So just letting you guys know. But yeah, Alienware is pretty good PC. You know, I've seen the PC before. Yeah, very nice. Anyways, let me check the percentage of my phone. 49%. Alright, since I'm on 49%, charger is now out, yeah? The charger is now out. Quickly just turn off the plug. This thing really takes its time to focus. I don't know why. There we are. It's like a Samsung phone where like the focus doesn't move in and out to kind of refocus. It just slowly focuses in. Like the Samsung phone does the same thing. I think the Samsung Galaxy S8, it does the exact same thing. I like how iPhone 6s does that too. But obviously if you tap the focus button, it's just the camera's going to refocus again. Just like the iPhone 5s. Right. I'm going to put the phone on the PC. Now I'm just going to exit out. Actually, I might mute the audio. Okay guys, I'm back. I'm going to put the phone in horizontal mode. Phone is down horizontal mode. You may have seen me switch the camera. I just did that anyways, because why not? So I'm back in my room. I'm going to put my phone back on charge. How much percent is it? Okay. My phone battery drains really quickly. It's like it's on 35%. But on the iPhone 5s, it drained even quicker. because the battery is smaller. Pardon me. The battery is smaller, and it has less capacity, so it has less milliamp hours too. So yeah, yeah. What could I do on my Samsung PC? Because I don't really know what to do. I kind of feel like going on Windows 10 right now, but I'm not sure. I kind of want to go on PS4 as well. I kind of want to do both, but I don't know. I'm gonna see what Jamie says. Jamie, comment down below what system, Windows 10 or PS4, because I don't really know what system to go on right now. Why are there so many spiderwebs over there? PS4. Alright. I'm going to go on the PS4 then. Because technically, Windows 10, well, PC and PS4. PS4 basically is a PC. It's like one of those home PCs. Just have it at home. Basically a PC with special software on it, provided by the company itself. And turn it off now. I'm going to turn it on now, not off. Just in case the subtitles thought I said off, because I did kind of say off, but I said on at the same time. Pardon me. Right, this is Cold Boot, guys. I'm going to turn on my TV as well. Well, TV isn't turning on because I can't reach the signal. Is it going to boot up on now? Here we are, instant right there. Okay, so yeah, I just put my TV remote back because I don't really need it out. I like how smooth the picture is though. No notifications, huh? That's first time I'm seeing that. Well, not really first time, but obviously I do have 8 friends online. If you guys could probably see. Yep, it says 8, which means 8 friends online. Shit. Right. Jamie might give me an invite because he's still watching my stream. It's kind of stupid how I knew it. The second I said that. Right, where's my headset? Just get my headset real quick. Right, guys, you ready? Actually, let me just oh yeah. Hey man. I know, I can tell that you were because the second I said that, Jamie's... Huh? I know. So guys, if you did enjoy today's live stream, you know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.